Is 4 1/3 the number, that whole number, 4 1/3, bigger than 2 2/3? Yes. So then can I take 2 2/3 away from 4 1/3?
Yeah.
Yes, because it's bigger. Okay, now, but when I do subtraction, I'm going to start with the fractions and then I'm going to do the whole numbers. Can I take 2/3 away from 1/3? If I have 1/3 here, can I take 2 of these away? No, I don't have enough to take away. So we're going to use the same process of borrowing. So where am I going to borrow from? Here's the ball. Where am I borrowing from?
Oh, the 4.
The 4. What place value is the 4 in? What place value is the 4 in? What's the place value of the 4?
It's a 1.
Good. It's from the 1's place, right? So I'm going to borrow 1 from the 4, and the 4 becomes a 3. So I need to add 1 to the 1/3. But how can I add 1 to the 1/3?
You add, you make 1/3, 4/3, because you're adding a whole to them.
Okay, so I'm adding 1 whole, which means instead of adding 1, I'm going to change 1 into a fraction. And how can I write 1 as a fraction?
You could.
Good. 3 over 3. Everybody agree that 1 is equivalent to 3 over 3. Okay, so instead of adding just 1, I am adding 1, but I'm going to write this as a fraction so that I can combine them. So I'm going to add 3/3. So 1/3 plus 3/3 equals
4/3.
4/3. So my 1, I'm going to cross it out and I'm going to make that a 4 because I'm adding the 1 whole to it. Now, so now I have 3 4/3 instead of 4 1/3. Are these two things equivalent? Is 3 4/3 the same amount as 4 1/3? Who says yes? Who can explain to me why yes? I heard a couple of yeses. Who can explain to me why yes?
Oh God, you had the ball. Oh, sorry. Okay. Oh, well, since you took the 1 out of the 4, and now you changed it to a 3, and the 1 was kind of hard to explain, but when you take the 1 out of the 4 and the whole number is now 3, and then you, I don't know how
Okay, yesterday when we were adding, if we were to get this number, what would we have done? If I would have gotten 3 4/3 as my answer yesterday, what would you have told me I had to do?
Wait, is this supposed to be an F, like... Here, Ryan.
Good, so 4/3 then, I would change 4/3 into, how many times does 3 go into 4? Once, with how many left over? Okay, so then 3 plus 1/3 equals 4 1/3. So are these two numbers equal? Yes. So have I changed the value of my number at all from changing it from 4 1/3 to 3 4/3? No, I haven't changed the value. I'm just making it easier for me to subtract because now I can take 2/3 away from 4/3 when before I couldn't take it away. Okay, so now if I take 2/3 away from 4/3, how many do I have? 2/3. And 3 minus 2 is? Can I do any more simplifying? Nope. 1 2/3.